Mahadev. Matar Pita, my koti pranam to each and every one of you. It is a distinguished honor to be at home, to be amongst you for Navratri. It is also equally a distinguished honor for you to be at Shiva Shakti Mandir tonight. You could have been somewhere else, could have been at work, you could have been out at dinner, but you have chosen to be at Shiva Shakti Hanuman Mandir tonight, Saturday night, a miraculous night, where miracles happen if you go through the motions. Let's clasp our hands as we begin this evening with prayers. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvat Sadike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namastute. Ayurdehi Dhanam Dehi Vidyam Dehi Maheswari Samasmakhilam Dehi Dehi Me Parameshwaram. Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Shama Shive Datri Swaha Swadha Namastute. Om Durga Ma Lokha Durga Ma Atma Swarupini Durga Marga Prada Durgam Vidya Durgamasrita. Om Devi Tvam Bhakti Sulabhi Sarvakarya Vidhayini Kalohi Karya Siddhartha Mupayam Bruhi Yat Nataha Srinudeva Pravakshayami Kalo Sarveshta Sadhanam Maya Tavaiva Snehena Pyam Vastuti Prakashyate. Asya Sri Durga Sapta Sloka Srotam Mantrasya Narayana Rishi Anushtup Chanda Sri Mahakali Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswate Navata Sri Durga Pratyatram Sapta Sloka Durga Pathe Viniyogaha. Jai Durga Jai Durga Jai Durga Namo Namo. Prem se Ulari Shakti Durga Bhavani Mata ki Jai. Beautiful prayers as you recite the beginning of Sapta Sloki Durga Ashtami. It is important to note that tonight happens to be one of the 9 nights. You do your calculation, by now, it is built into you which night we're celebrating. I'm not going to go back what you call ABC, but just to calibrate to you where we are. Tonight we are one of these nights and we are baffled, or actually we are intertwined rather, positively by two sacred texts. To many, the Devi Mahatum is being recited. To a few, Ramayana is being recited. And here tonight we're actually celebrating the event in a couple days, so to speak, that of the birth of a celestial energy. To cushion between Durga Saptasati and Ramayana or Ramcharitmanas, I delve into a little background from where we left off the other night, where Durga Ma took all his embodiment of strength and she equipped herself with all the ammunition that was given to her by the celestial energies. And in so doing, what happened? She went to war, she went to a battlefield because of disrespect for womanhood. I ask you to be strong. I ask you to be, not to be wrong, but to be correct. While you be strong, have unwavering faith, because the many caps an Indian woman or a Dharam Patni would have carried or would carry, the weight is very tremendous. And still yet, tonight you can find yourself so beautiful looking in red garbs. I have to put on my glasses to make sure I see properly. It's okay. It meant to be a joke to break you up a little bit here. So the point I want to make with you, how beautiful you are as Hindus, how beautiful you are as human beings, how beautiful you are a Dharmapatni. She tread on a lion with the 8 hands. As we mentioned the last time, one of the hands is the qualities that of forgiveness. The club is that of loyalty and love. The sword that she carries is that of discrimination. The chakra that she carries is that of righteousness. The conch that she carries is that of happiness. The trident is that of courage. The arrow and bow is that of character. The lotus is that of detachment. And the red color is that of passion. Passion of love, not passion of anger. Last night we did beautiful Durga Puja as we do every night. Tonight is no different. What brings me to the point, passion of what? Passion of love, passion of submission. When we did just a rehearsal, when we did the Balidan, what we did? We cut the nut egg, and the word is nut egg, not nothing egg. It's okay. In our Caribbean folk, we do speak with a little bit of accent, so the nut egg becomes nutmeg. And we cut the lime. And we cut the banana flower, which I explained a little bit traditional, and we burst the coconut. The nut egg is that of removing the stubbornness from us, just to recap, the hardiness, so to speak, from us. The lime, which is the fruit of Durga Ma, to remove the sourness from us. The banana flower is that of prosperity. And explain the different stages how our banana in our personal life can play a great part as a role, as an example, and as a fruit, and as a benefit towards that fruit. And also by shattering the shudras, the ahankars that we have, we burst this coconut. I trust whatever I would have explained a little bit last night, one would take it internally, and how transformation, I'm not saying change, I'm using a big word, how transformation can be inculcated in this human body of yours to get you from one level to another. And in such, whatever we have done last night, I want to assure you, I was being given a testimony. Whatever was done by that devotee last night, a result happened within 24 hours. I am not saying it. I'm just a messenger. I was being told Whatever was being done, an offering was being done last night in this temple, within 24-hour result will happen positively. I want to tell you tonight that we are about to celebrate. We are about to celebrate the birth of Shri Ram. And when we are about to celebrate the birth of Shri Ram, what happens? If a family cannot start, or a husband and wife cannot start a family, they would go to the Guru. I hope obviously by now, since that we have said from the first night that we must have a Guru. There is no may. I'm very passionate about what I say. Just like how passionate you are coming to temple and you sing your beautiful bhajans. I'm very passionate. And it is mandatory according to our Dharma Shastras, Sanskar Vidhi, that we should take initiation, have a Guru, so that we can seek guidance. Here, Raja Dasrath had a Guru, richest king in the world at that time. He was not happy. He went to his Guru, which is that of Vashish Muni, and made a plea and bargain, and plea at his Guru feet, what can be done to give him happiness by bringing children, fruition to his home. In such a case, he had a miraculous probability. And a miraculous probability, he did not bargain for one. He got two, he got three, and he got four, because the Lord wanted to make sure. But I want to tell you something. In my experience in this walk and journey as a Pandit, as a Brahman Pandit, with all respect, no chip on my shoulder, I want to share with you another testimony tonight, because I want to give you unwavering faith. I want to give you faith. You come to temple, and why you come to temple, and what will happen when you come in association in our satsang. Many cases I have supported, and the miracle happens that when you plead in submission, the probability that I have seen is not boys, but the first child happened to be a girl. I have no idea why. It happened not once, not twice, not thrice, but several times in my support with families. I want to assure you that possibilities will happen. One has got to be dedicated, one has got to be in submission as a family, as an individual, if you want transformation. If you have a health problem, Durga Devi is here to support you spiritually. You have got to submit yourself, or one has got to submit yourself to Durga Ma, not only by, let's say, saying a little prayer and we shake your head. No. No. Quickly again, I was being part of an offering today with my family. We offer 1,000 flowers to the Lingam for relationship, for health, for healing. And in this process, it was revealed how we felt internally different in the process, somewhere between 650 and 975. I'm asking you, these are formulas that is documented, and particularly that one is documented in the Shiva Chalisa. If any Pandit or your Guru do not practice it or do not share it with you, it is time that you ask them, because you need the formula. It will help, it will help, and it will help. Tonight, as we delve into this part from Durga Saptashti, we move a little bit across to Ramayana to give you a 160 seconds backdrop before we sing beautiful Ramayana. And in Balkan, it says there was a lot of turmoil, a lot of demons started to destroy and break down all the temples that they were there, and all the sages and all the rishis were being disturbed, they were being hurt, injured, and otherwise. Number of evildoers, thieves, and gamblers, and what we call leechers who coveted others' wealth considerably swelled. people honor not their parents and compel the good to serve them. This is, they were forcing the good to serve the bad. I want you to look at this today. In every equation, whether it's at your workplace, at your home, or temple sake, there is something what is called an 80-20 rule. And you figure out what is the 80 and you figure out what is the 20. Here it says that the devil, the demons, the thieves, they were trying and fight against the noble people. And those who act thus, Bhavani Ma could not take it no more. So let's find out in these beautiful lines of Ramayana what she did. We'll sing one line of Ramayana Sumran. Gananayak kare vara bhadana, kare vara bhadana. Gananayak kare vara bhadana, kare vara bhadana. Jo sumerat siddhe ho ye Rama, jo sumerat siddhe ho ye Rama. Gananayak kare vara bhadana, kare vara bhadana. O kare vara bhadana, o kare vara bhadana. Prem se bolo Ganapati Bhagwan ki jai. Thus, in the interest of time, at least we have done the beginning by paying respect to the son of Parvati and that of Shiva before we start Ramayana. And here it says Bhavani. This is not in the form of Parvati, nor in the form of Shailaputri or Brahmachari, here in the form of Bhavani. And in this chaupai, as we recite, Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 जिनके यहाँ अचरण भवानी ते जन हो निशिखर सब प्राणी. राम सिया राम जय जय राम. 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 अतिशय देखी धर्म के ज्ञानी, अतिशय देखी धर्म के ज्ञानी, परम सविता धरन ज्ञानी. राम सिया राम जय जय राम. 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 जिनके यहाँ अचरण भवानी ते जने चू निशिचर सब प्राणी. This beautiful name of Bhavani alone is very impressive in this line. It says, based on what the backdrop was, those who act thus by being negative, by being in evil manner, Bhavani considered them to be like demons. Here she's now standing up as a woman to stand up for truth and stand up for principle. When she saw the exceeding apathy of people towards religion, Bhumi Mata, Earth, was horrified and so distressed. What she did? The burden of mountains and rivers and oceans, she said to herself, is not so oppressive to me as this one oppressor who is malevolent to others. And there is one oppressor. In Devi Saptasati, it speaks of one oppressor. Who was that king? It begins with an M. Mahisasura. Mahisasura. In Ramayana, there is one oppressor again. It begins with an R. Did I say it right? Let me hear you say it. Ram. So here it is here. So she started to speak directly about the situation. After great deliberation, and she can't take it no more. You know, you can only take so much. People or devotees would only realize the energy of a divine Ma when they are back to the walls. Then they realize they have nowhere to turn. So what they should have done from the beginning, they wait till the last, till they part back to the ropes. I ask you, don't wait for that stage to get to you. Ask her for guidance. Ask her for a path of righteousness to overcome all your challenges in life, and everything will be done correctly. And here what she did. After she deliberated, she could not take this no more. She was back to the walls to see what was happening. And this is what she did. She took the form of a cow, and she went to the spot where all the gods and sages were in hiding. With tears in her eyes, she told them her tale and woe, but none of them could not have helped her. Nila santapa sunyasi roi. And then what happens? After nobody could have helped her, I'm praising here to push along in interest of time, okay? Because this is like a whole 7-day Bhagavatam. What she did, after none of the sages, none of the celestial who she went to, that they were in hiding, could not have helped her, what she did, she rounds up everybody, and then she went straight to Brahma. And as she went to Brahma, what happened? Let's hear in this surah. Dharani darahe man धीर कह विरमचे हरे परसु मेरो जनता जन के पीर प्रभु भजे धरनो विपते विपते. She went to Brahma. Ramayana is being sung in different stages in Surat. It can also be in Chaupai or in Doha, in different forms. And here is what she did. She rounds up everybody and they went to Brahma. And what do you think Brahma told them? That he can't help them. So imagine you are the devotee and you go to the Lord of creation and he tells you right now he can't help you. How would you feel? And this is Bhavani. And he knows this is Bhavani with all the sages and sages. And then what happened? He said, the immortal Lord, he said, when Brahma learned of everything that was happening after they conversed with him, he realized in his heart his inability to help her and said, the immortal Lord whose servant you are will be my help as well as yours. So he could not help. Right there he declared that there is somebody, which is the immortal Lord, who will be there for him, will also be for you. And then they start to question, then what energy you have? Then he start having a dialogue, you know, when somebody can have a give street talk, and they have good road sense, and they give you what you call, they take you for a loop and bring you back. Brahma was in this conversation. Visualize you have a friend who will take you for a circle and bring you back and think you see 4, 2 plus 2 make 5. So, what happens? In this conversation, he continued, have patience, Earth, and Earth is referring to Bhavani Ma, who turned herself into a cow. When we do puja, we do Dharti puja. What do we worship here as the image? That of a cow. We not worship the physical idol, but we extracting the energy from the ideal of the entity. And thus what happens? Fix your oil, he says, he said to Bhavani and the sages, have patience, Earth, Fix your eyes on the mind on Hari's feet. The Lord knows the distress already of His servants and will put an end to this cruel suffering. So when you think the Lord does not know, well, why you go through all this, have to go through all this? Well, here what happened. One has got to go through a process because it is all based on our karmic actions. And until when you really reach the end of the rope, then He will come to help you, or He can help you before based on what's your karmic actions, how you apply yourself. And there continues now. In this conversation, he says, now he's declaring that somebody immortal is about to appear. And what happens? Let's do Chaupai. Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram. Zor se. Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. 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 Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram. जाके हृदय भगति जस प्रीति प्रभु तहंग प्रगत सदति रीति कहीं समझ गिर जामे राहु अब सारा पे बचन का बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम. Hear the lines here now. Tulsidas is writing at the instruction of Bhagwan Shiva. जाके हृदय भगति जसी प्रीति प्रभु तहं प्रगत सदते ही रीति ते ही समझ गिर जा मैं राहूं अब सारा पे बचन एक काहू. Here it says pragat karo. The underlining word here is pragat karo. Or Mother Mataji Maruti would always say, when the Lord pragat karo, there is change, there will be good. And He will come and support you and defend you, but you have to help yourself. And here she says, He's explaining now to Bhavani and all the sages that the Lord will take birth, manifest Himself to man just exactly according to the measure of the devotion that you offer. If you give me 50%, I'm giving you 50. If you give me 100, I give you 100. This line, I'm reading between the line, on the line, and under the line. It says, according to the measure of the devotion that is being given, and the love he cherishes in his heart. I too, he's explaining to Parvati, to Bhavani Ma. It says, Parvati happened to be into this assembly, just like us. There is somebody named Parvati tonight in this temple. And this Parvati is amongst us, and Brahma is reciting all of this here now, and took the occasion to say this word. Excuse me. And when he says, who is gonna manifest, who is that person? He comes in a seventh form. And when he comes in a seventh form in this avatar, he has 10 main forms and 14 minor forms he comes in. Jag mein sundar hai do naam, chahe Krishna kaho ya Ram. In his 7th and 8th form, he will come to pragat karo, to take care of you, to protect us. Jag mein sundar hai do naam, chahe Krishna kaho ya Ram. Jag mein sundar hai do naam, chahe Krishna kaho ya Ram. Bolo Ram Ram Ram, bolo Ram Ram Ram, bolo Ram Ram Ram, bolo Ram Ram Ram. जग में सुंदर है तो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम। जग में सुंदर है तो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम। बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। बोलो राम राम, बोलो राम राम, बोलो राम। श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की. And this is what happens. Iti pragat karo, and he comes, he will manifest himself. And in this period of time, what happens? This father who could not have a family, and they did so much of penance in the previous life, this avatar will be born in the kingdom of Ayodhya, in the name of in the home of Dasrath and his family. Thus, what happens? Glories. Brahma now start to share a whole katha. I'm not going to delve into it because there's a lot of stuff going on. It will take me a couple hours to explain this. So he started to glorify this immortal being. He started to immortify, he started to edify this individual that is about to pragat karo. He's feeling thrilled and he's feeling joy. And as he feels thrilled and joy, what happened? Sune biram chi man harasa, sune biram chi man harasa, tan pulaki nayana bahunera, tan pulaki nayana. Sune biram chi man harasa, tan pulaki nayana bahunera, tan pulaki nayana. Astuni karata jore kar siva bhan mita ya bhaj Ram Chandra ji jai sharanam prabhu. And in this beautiful doha, Suni Biramchi Man Harasatana, Brahma was glad to hear, at the heart to hear heard all the words. He felt a thrill of joy as this dialogue between Bhavani and him amongst all the sages which you are tonight. Role play that this is the kingdom where Bhavani Ma has assembled Brahma. And this conversation between Brahma and Bhavani is happening among all of you who are sages. I'm speaking the power of existence, power of truth, the power of spoken word into existence. Because the more that you hear positive, you will do positive. I don't care about your negative. You figure out your negative with your own karma. And I know after tonight, you'll be elated, you'll be joyed, and therefore you would enhance yourself with more positive and more positive. You know, Pandit bin said, let me do the right thing. And I'm going to do the right thing. Every time you think about doing something wrong, remember Pandit. Pandit bin said, do the right thing, let me do the right thing. What is the right thing? If he said, don't take shortcut, don't take shortcut. Don't jump the stoplight, don't jump the stoplight. If he said, put on your cylinder in the middle, put on your cylinder in the middle. Anyway, so coming back to this here now, in this dialogue, in this conversation, it says Kasyapa and his wife Aditi, who had practiced severe penance, to them I have already granted a boon. They have taken birth in the city of Ayodhya, and thus as Dashrath and Kausala royal pair. And this is what Ramayana is speaking to us. This is what Ramayana is speaking to us as to what would have happened, because it has already been done. As we know, the penance that they would have done with the Rishi, which is that of Vashish Muni and Shringi Rishi, between the two of them, they would have had this family to do offer what is called rice pudding, or what we understand in Hindi to be that of kheer, or sweet rice. By now, I hope everybody knows to make sweet rice. Everybody knows to make parsad. Everybody knows to make lapsi. Everybody, everybody know how to make suhari. Everybody know how to make puri. So what is the difference between suhari and puri?
The same thing.
Name is different. Country of origin is different. But it's the same thing. Dharma kahani. It doesn't matter where you go. Sanatan Dharma would not change whichever country you go. You know who changed a country? A country do not change you, but you change a country. But you have to keep steadfast, keep focused. Do not go beyond the white line, because when you go outside of the white line, what will happen? You figure the rest, because it can be unblessed. Therefore, what happens here? Shringi Rishi, in this beautiful Chaupai, as we continue. The birth is about to happen, and I'm doing this tonight because when I come back on Tuesday, we will do Kanya Kumari Puja. We will not have time, so I'm praising is all about here for you. Ram, Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, Ram, Bolo Ram. Let's hear that side. Bolo Ram. You think you guys can better them? Auntie Kamla? Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. Okay, great. So we have two sides. My circle has 3 halves. 1 half, 2 half, 3 half. Let's ask them this here in the Kirtan Mandali without mic. Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. Beautiful. Now you know why they depend on mic, right? So you guys sing more loud than them. So let's, on a scale of 1 to 10, we are sung like 7.3. Can we go 9.7 FM? 1, 2, 3. Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. 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 Shringi Rishi Vashishta Bholava Putra Sama Shubha Janja Karava Yajna Karava Bhagati Sahita Mune Ahuti Dine Pragate Arjine Charu Karani Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. 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 Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram. प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की। Fifth block. Shringi Rishi. This is the Rishi that would have been their speciality. You guys remember we talked about Dashrath went to his guru, and his guru could not perform this particular rites. So he's referred to somebody an area of specialization. I ask you, you have a guru. If you don't have a guru, get a guru. It's part of our sanskar, or 16 sanskars in life. You don't have to be 1 year, you don't have to be 89 years. There is always something that you can pass for a second opinion, and it can help you possibly with somebody who will have experience, intelligence, and wisdom. Find someone who has experience, intelligence, and wisdom. And this is what's going to help you to propel. Dasra did this. And he went and he performed his tapasya. It says Vashish summoned the straight Sringi and had an auspicious sacrifice performed for the birth of one son to the kingdom. When the sage devotedly did oblation in the sacred fire, the fire god appeared bearing in his hand an offering rice boiled with milk, which we know which is that of sweet rice. It was sent to the wives after the offering. Now remember, I'm detouring back again to the Durga Saptashati. The Durga Saptashati speaks about 700 verses. It's compiled in 13 chapters. And all these 700 verses were recited possibly by Sringi Rishi. And every time they recite, they make an oblation to Agni Devta. So could it possibly be, in my summation here, for Navratri, for the birth of Shri Ram, could it possibly be that Sringi Rishi offered 700 offerings by reciting this area of specialty, these 700 verses? It is possible. I was not here. You were not here. But I'm believing, I take faith, what is documented in Durga Saptashati, that this is what has happened. And 700 ahutis were done, and thus what happens? The baby boy was born, but it was born after something. After something happened. राम जन्म सुख मूला या भज रामचंद्र के जय शरणम प्रभु। उमापति महादेव के जय, पवन सुत हनुमान के जय, या भज रामचंद्र के जय शरणम प्रभु। प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की। And here it is, the position of the sun and moon took alignment. Did you guys realize, I want to play back something for you. Did you guys realize before Navratri started what happened the day before? They got what they call eclipse. And some people flip. Seriously. There was a different feeling in many people that I've communicated with. And I'm saying this as a dry joke, but it's true. There was the eclipse, there was the alignment of the sun and the moon between earth. The whole place became dark in some quarters. Wherever it traveled to from, as I have mentioned, through Texas to Ohio, to New York, and therefore it went that way. Correct?
Yes.
And thus what happened? There was a shift from that negative alignment because there was a darkness. Immediately after, there was a big, bright, thunderous light. I would have mentioned that what happened to Durgama when she came from the mountainside with a ray of light, prepared within this battlefield to fight Mahishasur. Here what happens. In this text is also documenting the position of the sun and the moon, the zodiacal sign in which the sun has entered, the position of the 7 other planets, the day of the week, of the month. All these were auspicious. All creation rejoiced for the birth of Shri Ram. It is the source of all our delight. And why Shri Ram came is to protect us. Pragat Karo, he took life to come. And he came on when? He came on Naumi Tithi. Naumi Tithi Madhumasa Puneta Sukala Pacha Abhijita Hari Preta. In this line, when the Tithi was aligned, there was also Abhijit. Abhijit is one of the astrological formation is in alignment. This is Abhijit. Matya Divasa Ati Sita Sita Naghama Pavana Kala Lokha Visrama. It was on the 9th Tithi on the bright half of the month of Chitra, of which we are assembled here today. The moon has entered into asterism, which is named Abhijit, which is so dear to Hari. It was midday. This baby boy was born. It was neither cold, it was neither hot. Imagine this is spring in Guyana and Trinidad. How places be lunchtime? Hot, right? Sparrow would say, how you feeling? In that same token, the place is normally will be hot. But here, because of this birth, when everything take form, it was neither hot nor cold, and a holy time of rest for the whole world, for the birth of a beautiful baby boy. And a beautiful baby boy came on Naumi Tithi, not Dashami. Dashami is when this celebration happens. Find out, check with your guru how these dates are running. Naumi Tithi. And when this happened, what happens? The mother rejoiced. Who was born first? Shri Ram. Who was born second? Bharat. And who was born third and fourth? Beautiful. Let's give Auntie a round of applause. Whoever answered the question correct. So we had 4 boys. What are the names? Shri Ram. What next? Bharat, Lakshmanan, Shatrughan. So we got 4 boys. So we have 4 more for the Raghukul dynasty. And the mothers start to rejoice. Kaushila start to rejoice. The Vedas say that every pore of your body contains full many a universe created by illusion, yet such a Lord rests in my womb. These are the words of the Divine Mother. Imagine when a mother would have given birth, how connection makes between the mother and that child. There's a special connection. The father cannot explain that. I had a challenge with my wife that the 2 girls will say Dada first. And I lost the battle. They said Mom first, Mama. I accept the flow and we go because there is a special connection between the mother and the child. 51% in the DNA to the mother and 49% to the father. This is now biology. Everything we do here is also scientific. And what happens when this happens? The baby is born. All these 4 babies is born. Mai ke bhave lal ki gureya Jagadambe maiya. Mai ke bhave lal ki gureya Jagadambe maiya. Let me hear you back. Let's stop for the drummers. I'll be wrapping this up in a very short while. We're going at over time because
completely poised and drawn in this spiritual game that we are playing of illusion and happiness of divine celestial Durgama. He has blessed his family, blessed all of you with beautiful children. And what happens when your baby is born? Mai ke bhave laki puriya jagadambe maiya. Mai ke bhave laki puriya jagadambe maiya. Mai ke bhave he lalle lalle tune, he lalle lalle tune ya. Mai ke bhave he lalle lalle tune, he lalle 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 tune ya. And you will take a baby and you will shake this baby in your bosom. And you will care for her to know how sweet or him, how sweet this baby is, how affectionate, we give them kangaroo care. And especially some of you who have grandchildren, that becomes your life. Life you will take your part. And take your part not only in Margate but also in Virginia. Mai ke bhave laki puriya jagadambe maiya. Mai ke bhave laki puriya jagadambe maiya. Mai ke bhave lalle lalle tureya, lalle lalle tureya, lalle lalle tureya, lalle lalle tureya, lalle lalle tureya. Oh, lalle lalle tureya, 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 lalle lalle Shri Ram tu hi, Shri Durga tu hi, Shri Ram tu hi, Shri Durga tu hi, Durga Kali Shri Radha tu hi, Jagadambe maiya. Durga Kali Shri Radha tu hi, Jagadambe maiya. Mai ke bhave laki puriya 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 Jagadambe maiya. What happened? This baby is so beautiful. This baby is so beautiful, and this whole village, this whole city, the whole city of Ayodhya, before your lifetime, make a plea, plan, save, go to Ayodhya. Bhai Bharat here, he's not here tonight. Go with him to Ayodhya, experience this transformation from the Raghukul dynasty that you have come from. Because up to now you have the DNA at the tip of your nose of Raghu dynasty. And experience this joy and this emotional content that is there in Ayodhya for you. We are lucky to have this beautiful temple built by our Prime Minister Modi ji. Mai ke bhave laki puriya Jagadambe maiya. Mai ke bhave laki puriya Jagadambe maiya. And this baby is not only blue, but it came out also. Another one was born that was red. I want you to read between the lines, because somehow in the Chalisa it speaks that that mother of Anjana would have also got a piece of that rice pudding, that steer, and a baby was born. Lal mere pati rakhiyo bala jhule lal na ho. Lal mere pati, lal mere pati rakhiyo bala jhule lal na ho. Sindare dal sevare dal nita vajan. Tamam mati aliya pehle number. Lal mere pati rakhiyo bala jhule lal na ho. Sindare dal sevare dal nita vajan. Tamam mati बोले बोले हनुमान बोले तो सिया राम श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे तेरे काम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले तो सिया राम श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे तेरे काम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले तो सिया राम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले तो सिया राम। प्रेम से श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की। And this Navratri has begun a couple days ago.
it will come to an end. I know you will have a vacuum in your heart. Every time you leave this temple, there's a different energy. Tonight, you also. Last night we had the trailer. Tonight, this is the movie. And only you who are here are chosen. The ticket is free. The ticket is free, and this is what we enjoy in devotion. This is happy hour Saturday night. In this song, this Navratri has come, and what we are blessed with.
सब परिवार नवरात्रि आए, सब परिवार means you, my family. Navratri has come to us. Navratri आए,
हे दुर्गा मैया, दुर्गा गाना गाए, दुर्गा गाना गाए, दुर्गा गाना गाए, दुर्गा गाना गाए।
सब परिवार नवरात्रि आए, सब परिवार नवरात्रि आए,
दुर्गा गाना गाए, दुर्गा गाना गाए, दुर्गा मैया गाए, दुर्गा गाना गाए।
सब परिवार नवरात्रि आए, सब परिवार नवरात्रि आए,
दुर्गा गाना गाए, दुर्गा गाना गाए, हे दुर्गा मैया गाए, दुर्गा गाना गाए, हे दुर्गा मैया गाए, हे दुर्गा मैया गाए।
प्रेम से बोला शक्ति दुर्गा भवानी माता की।
Jai. And this is what in our very own Caribbean folk music we can bring love in as a one family parivar. You are our parivar. Navratri will come and Navratri will go. This is the family is here to stay. A family of love, a family of respect, a family of principle and honesty. This is what is expected of us. And this baby that was born when he was born, to wrap this up tonight, Lord Shiva eventually took form to support this immortal celestial Shri Ram. And he came in the 11th avatar. Tonight is Saturday night. We cannot close if we do not do Hanuman Chalisa. I ask all of you, you have the prerogative. Open your cell phone, read the lines and sing along and clap if you can, because we need to energize Devin here tonight with his drumming. Beautiful drumming. Let's give Devin a round of applause. He will get an extra bag of prasad tonight. Sri Guru Charana Saroj Raja Nijamana Mukhura Sudhara Varano Raghuvara Vimala Jasu Ayakhe Falachar Buddhi Natane Jane Sumiro Pavar Kumar Balabudhi Vidyade Mumoni Harahu Kale ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी 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 जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश राम दूत अकलित बल धामा अंजन पुत्र पवन सुतनामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार कुमत के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल तिलक बोलो ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी 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 Thank you.
देना, राम ने लाए राजपथ देना, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी। तुमरो मंत्र भीषण माना लोके बलराई जग जाना, जो सहस्रो जन परमाणु ले लो नाम जो कर जाना, प्रभु मोद का मिल कमाई कदर राम गए अगर सुनाई, दुर्गम काल करके देते सुगम मनोरथ तुम्हारे, बोलो ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी। राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे भोगना क्या फिर पैसारे, चल है तुम्हारे चलना तुम्हारा चक्का हो तो डरना, आप तेरा संभालो आप तेरा होगा हम तेरा उनका ताज ले जगत नहीं आवे, महावीर सुखदार सुनावे, भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी। नाथ रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हर मुरलीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन को मूरत जान चला, तब पर राम तपस्वी नादा, सीते काज सकल तुम पाए, मोर मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी। चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा है, पर साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, अधुर निकंदन नाम तुम्हारा, अक्षत सिद्धवली के दाता, असुर दीन जानते माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पाता, शरण बोल सुपति के जाय, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के संतराय, अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाए, कहा धर्म हरि भक्त कार, और देवता नादन से हरमद से संतन करे, कंगन कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो तुम्हारे हाथों मत फल भी, बोलो ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव किनारे, जो सतबार पार कोई तुत ही बंदे महाविष्णु, जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चलिता हो सारी गोरीता, तुलसीदास का नाम नहीं तेरा, कीर्तनाथ है महादेवा, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, 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 ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी। जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय हमरे राम, जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय हमरे राम, जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय हमरे राम,
पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूरति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसो सुरभूप असिया भज रामचंद्र के जय शरणम प्रभु उमापते महादेव की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की सिया भज रामचंद्र के जय शरणम प्रभु। प्रेम से बोलो महावीर स्वामी की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो दुर्गा माता की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री शंकर भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सनातन धर्म की। हर हर महादेव। And this brings us to